Hello everybody and welcome back to Driversroom Sunday League. We are here at round number 3 at Watkins Glen in the USA. It is gonna be an interesting race with an interesting car. It is the Amuse Super Leggera. And all 3 tire compounds from the racing tires must be used in this race, so the racing softs, mediums and hards. So it will be interesting to see what the drivers pick for their strategy. Now anyway, let's go through the grid order of today's race. First off, we have F1. He has put his car on pole for today and he is sporting his Japan livery, very nice, also suiting for this car. Then we have Flappy with his perfect circle livery. I not known with that brand, but it's looking good as for a livery, that's for sure. Then next up we have MS2 Fast with his drift livery. Maybe drifting isn't the right way to go for this race, but maybe it will give him some extra horsepower, who knows. Then we have Q8 with his lovely purple striped livery. Also with the carbon fiber hood will give him some weight reduction. Then in 5th place we have Mickey with the Amuse Powerhouse livery. Then we have Dassler with the Nissan 350Z livery. In 7th we have JSR with his blank livery. And Mercer in 8th place sporting his usual Golf livery. 9th is for Panthro with in his Cal Sonic livery car. Then we have Mr. Sean in 10th place sporting Takata. Also not familiar with that brand. Do have to say nice tone with that green, lime and grey. Then we have Rocker in 11th place sporting his usual Atari livery. Then in 12th we have Gary. 13th is for Lorna Malvo. 14th is for Law in his Red Bull. And 15th is for GSI J. Before we had to track, I believe the last 4, so GSI J, Law, Malvo and Gary all had some issues with the qualifying and the starting grid, so they are starting further back than they would have liked, so that's why they are a bit further down the field. But anyway, now that is done, let's head to track and see what this race will bring us. 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go for round number 3. F1 gets a good launch. Too Fast is already up into 2nd place, passing Flappy as they head into turn 1. It's all looking good. Q8 now being overtaken by Mickey. As I'll get through cleanly. Mercer on the grass has to lift off as they are going almost side by side through the S's in the 1st sector, now up to the back straight. Rocker side by side with Malvo as they head into the bus stop for the 1st time. And can they make it all through? JSR a bit wide, Gary as well. And I think that's Malvo. Malvo didn't get the best of lines through the bus stop and is now in 2nd to last place. Flappy has re-overtaken Too Fast for that 2nd place. With Mickey still in 4th, then we have Q8 and Dassler holding his 6th position, although JSR is coming right at him. And JSR is passed Dessler will now. Panthro and Rocker now also very close to each other, as there is Gary who had a penalty, I believe. Now dropping all the way down to 11th place. Now almost going side by side with Law having to back out, otherwise he would have ran into the barrier. As they now are almost done with lap number 1. GSI-J with a 5-second penalty for barrier collision, now all the way down in last place. Too Fast also having picked up a penalty, 1.5 seconds. I guess that is for track limits, which is pretty easy to do around this place. Dessler has gotten past JSR again, and Q8 now is also being passed by Dessler. Q8 picking up a half-second penalty for running wide on the exit of turn number 1. And now is all kicking off here at the back as they head into the bus stop chicane for the second time. Ooh, there's a bit of contact, and who's that? That's Rocker, and oh my goodness! Everybody has spun around. Here's Mercer with Gary, and GSI-J gets 2 positions as Gary and Mercer are now both in last place. Rocker getting away somewhat decent. Marvel getting a 4-second penalty. So that's a big collision we had there at the exit of the bus stop. I think it was Rocker who had a bit of a, or not the best line, and then it was Mercer maybe who collected him, and there was a lot of contact. Q8 now already sliding. This race is interesting in regards to pit stops. All the 3 racing compounds, so the medium, softs and hards, need to be used. And as of now, there's a great great mix of used compounds. F1 now really stretching away on his on his softs. Flappy behind is on the mediums. Then Mickey has gone up into 3rd place with Too Fast behind him. The bus stop isn't really a place for overtaking, it's mostly keeping close to the car in front of you. Q8 after serving his penalty now behind JSR. Then we have Law, who started far down the order and is now up into 8th place. Panthro is behind Law as of now. Then we have Malvo and Rocker, then Mercer and GSI-J, and Mr. Sean is in 13th now as GSI-J, and I believe Gary as well has retired from this race. Yes. Too Fast has passed Mickey for that final podium position. As there's now somewhat of a gap between Panthro and Malvo, and then there's an even bigger gap to Rocker and Mercer, and then Mr. Sean. Is lap number 4. Are we gonna see some pit stops at the end of this lap? What we are gonna see is a battle for 4th place. Dessler trying to get the slipstream and the slingshot from Mickey as they head into the bus stop. Dassler taking it very cautiously, not wanting to ruin his chances of a 4th place. Then there's the battle for 6th place with JSR, Q8 and Lowell, and Bensro is dropping away a bit from that battle, and now Malvo is catching up. So it will be all to play for with the pit stops who can pick the right strategy. And now into the final sector the front runners are going into. Dassler losing quite a lot of time behind Mickey, it seems. As Lowell is already going in, he's the first to get off his tires. He started on the softs, and I think, well, he will be switching to the mediums or hards. I'm not sure which one of them. And he has gone on to any day now. He's gone on to the hard tires, whilst M. Mercer is in for his first pit stop as well. He was on the hard tires. He did do some refueling, I don't think Lowell did. And we will see on what tire Mercer will emerge. F1 sailing clear of anyone behind him. Too fast, keeping up with Flappy, has to be said. Although Flappy on the mediums, his tire wear is looking quite a bit better than the softs of Too Fast. So I think we will see a pit stop coming in for the soft runners at the end of this lap. Lowell was maybe in a bit early, as there's a big squabble for what is 7th place between JSR, Malvo and Panthro. Malvo with a 2-second penalty, getting in front of Panthro. And F1 is now into the pits. Mercer has switched to the medium tires. As Too Fast is also into the pits, F1 also into the pits. I don't think they did any refueling, only a quick tire change, that's all. Will Rocker come out in front of them? F1 has switched to the medium tires, Too Fast has done as well, and Rocker runs a bit wide, and he will emerge, or Too Fast will emerge in front of him. F1 will do the same. Rocker gets slapped with a 1.5 second penalty for running wide at turn 1. Bit harsh in my opinion, but I am no steward, I'm only commentating and racing. We will glance over that. Flappy meanwhile has taken the lead of this race, with Dassler behind. Dassler really pushing it long with that soft tire. Mickey has a 2-second penalty. He is on the mediums, same as Q8, so they will get quite far in this race. As Mickey now serves his penalty, will get passed by Q8. JSR not really able to. Marvel serves his penalty, and there we already have F1. I do actually think that F1 took some fuel. as Flappy is now into the pits on his medium tires. And yes, F1 who is currently on provisional first place. Let's see if he can pull off an overtake on Malvo on the main straight. Malvo going a bit deep, and that will give F1 the edge as Flappy emerges side by side with Too Fast, who is gonna give who space, and it will be Too Fast who is in front of Flappy. Tesla has pitted as well, emerges just in front of Lowell. Q8 also pitted onto the hard tires for him as well. Emerges just behind Lowell. So Lowell has pulled the undercut to QA, but he was in early, so who knows what will happen. Bentrow has a half-second penalty, and look how close the field is with everybody with the mixed tires and pit strategies. Bentrow running a bit wide. He will serve this penalty now, and that will see him dropping down to 6th place. Flappy not really able to warm up those hard tires as quick as he would have liked. Too Fast now up behind Malvo. Getting a better exit than Malvo does. Coming into the final sector, goes up the inside into the penultimate corner, and Too Fast has taken 4th place. JSR is into the pits, Malvo into the pits, Petro as well. It's a bit of a clumsy pit entry, has to be said here at Watkins Glen. And they are all on the medium tires, and I think they will all put in some fuel. Rocker on the hards is also in, and Lowell is now behind QA. That probably because of a penalty or a mistake, I'm not sure. Sorry, I got kind of distracted. There was a butterfly flown in. He was flown into my window. Really beautiful. Anyway, Flappy now in 4th place with Mickey still having to serve his first pit stop. Going very long on these medium tires, and Too Fast tries to go around the outside, and with that better grip from that newer compound of medium tires, Too Fast pulls it off. So Too Fast now in 2nd place, not too far behind from F1, as to be said. Then we have Tesla, Q8, Lowell, and Mr. Sean. Mr. Sean, I'm not sure if he already pitted or not. Then we have Malvo, Mercer, Bentrow, JSR, and Rocker, who as Too Fast had a bit of a slide coming into the final sector. Really trying to make that drift delivery do its job, although I don't think that's the best option or right strategy for a race. Mickey now finally deserves his first pit stop, doing a good job at getting those tires as far as they did. Did Bentrow run a bit wide? Yes, he did, and he gets slapped with a 1.5 second penalty. Oh, yeah, that's again quite harsh. Mickey now coming out of the pit lane, switching to hard tires, and he will emerge almost side by side with Bentrow, but just ahead. He has got the inside, but on those hard tires, not really warmed up yet. as they are side by side, almost into the barrier for Mickey. Pedro leaving him close to no space, just a car's width. And JSR is also passing Mickey. Yes, so Mickey now in 12th place. Everybody looking quite good. The Q8 with a penalty. And that will get Law 5th place. Q8 tried to go for the switchback, trying to retake that 5th place. Not really worked out for him this time. Pedro has been demoted down to 12th place. Maybe after a penalty. Oh yeah, of course after his penalty he had to serve 1.5 seconds. And now JSR with Mickey behind. Mickey with about a lap or two fresher tires. And a bit less fuel, so he should be quicker. Is he gonna be able to make the overtake? Behind, Rocker is trying to make a move on Pedro, and it works out. So Rocker now up into 12th place and Pedro down to 3rd. Front runners aren't really engaged in battle. It's only two at 5th position where there's a battle for 5th between Law and Q8. Will be interesting to see when the next pit stop will arrive. F1, his mediums still do good, so do Too Fast. Flappy's hards are also looking good. We have Tesla on the mediums, Law on the hards, and Q8 on the hards as well. There's almost a bit of a slide from Q8 as Flappy is now into the pits on his hard tires. Will he take some extra fuel? Yes, he certainly will. It is his last pit stop and now it's just straight to the end. Law is also into the pits. He was engaged with a battle with Q8, tries to go for another undercut. Malvo is in as well with hard tires, and Mr. Sean on his softs is also coming in for a new set of rubber. Well, now on the mediums, his final tire for tonight. Mr. Sean on mediums as well. Malvo makes his way down the pit lane as well. And he's onto soft tires, so he will be quick in the dying stages of the race. And Mickey has also switched to soft tires. Too Fast below 10% of fuel. Will he make it to the pit? That is the question. I think he will. It's not long left to make it to the pit stop. F1 looking good on his fuel so far, 25% left. Will he also be coming in? No, he's not. He's staying out for an extra lap. Too Fast will be going in. There, pulls off to the right hand side, stays between the yellow lines and goes on to what I assume is the hard tire. Dessler is staying out as well. Q8 with less than 10% of fuel. He must come in at the end of this lap. He does so. will switch to the softs, I believe. Mercer coming in as well with less than 10% of fuel remaining. JSR is coming in as well. As low is it gonna be close between him and Q8. Q8 now released from his pit box. Law is past him and Law has made it work. So Law is very much in front of Q8 now. But Q8 is on the soft, so we might see some action through the end of the race. JSR on softs, same as Mickey and Mercer, so all going for that final dash. And I think F1 will come into the pitch. He needs to switch to hard tires. Dessler to softs. It's really hard to keep track of all the tires. F1 is staying out. Okay, so he really wants to spend at least amount of time on those hard tires. Although I think they might be in a better condition than his medium tires are right now. Dessler also staying out. Then it's Flappy in third place. Then we have Too Fast, who actually spins out, collects a penalty in the process, a 5-second penalty, and that is gonna cost him big time. A little spin, or not so little as it actually was, 5 seconds and some damage to his suspension and aero, as Rocker and Pentro are both coming in for their final stop. I think everyone has served their pit stops now, except for F1, who still needs to make a pit stop. Dessler as well, actually. So the top two still need to make a pit stop. So Flappy, I am not sure if he is our effective race leader, seeing that F1 is quite far ahead. The pit lane is long at Watkins Glen. It's that long that Flappy will inherit the lead. I am not so sure. Too Fast with that penalty. He will have to serve it, and a 5-second penalty at Watkins Glen is maybe 7 seconds lost. And count the time that Too Fast actually lost during his spin. It's 12 seconds maybe that he lost. He now serves his penalty. Pulls off to the right hand side just to be sure. Ball goes past. Now it's the question if he can keep that place. F1 is into the pits. Comes out. And Dessler is also staying out for an extra lap. Flappy now really pushing it on those soft tires. Going for the fastest lap of the race. I did not catch what lap time actually was. And F1 emerges on the hard tires just ahead of Flappy, but Flappy on those softs will be way quicker than F1. F1 also on this out lap with those cold tires. Side by side they go into the bus stop chicane. Who is gonna bail out? It is gonna be F1 who bails out. Flappy now takes second place ahead of F1. And Mr. Sean now fighting it out with Q8. Also heading into the bus stop chicane, and Mr. Sean also bails out of that one. The inside line, not the favorable one into that quick chicane. Most times the inside line is the preferred line, but as you can see, not this time. As there aren't really any battles further behind in the field. That's now below 10% of fuel. Will he make it to his pit stall? Yes, he will. With only 3 more minutes left to go, so only 2 more laps left to go. It is looking to be Flappy who is gonna win this. With F1, he has shown his pace all race long. Will he be able to get past? That is the question. Tufas now passing Law. Law is actually really low on his fuel, I just noticed. If you look at the left bottom hand side of your screen, you can see a little fuel meter. Law is about 12%. Too fast at 25%. Q8 even more. Marvel as well. So Law is looking not too great on his fuel. Maybe that's also why Too Fast has passed him. And now Q8 on those soft tires. I told you he would be quick in the end. And with only 2 laps to go, it is gonna be a close battle between him and Law. But you can just see how much quicker he is, how much time he is gaining through all these corners. It's going to be close between these two, as now Dassler is on the threat of losing the position to Too Fast. Not on this occasion. Too Fast on the hards, same as Dassler, so they should be about equal. Dassler with even fresher tires, but also low on his fuel. He will make it for another lap, but Law is already below 10% of fuel. Still with a lap remaining. That will be some serious fuel saving if he wants to make it to the end. Q8 actually with a bit of a slide coming into the final corner. Too Fast, now it's a drag race between the two of them. Too Fast and Dassler. Too Fast wins out on this occasion and is up into the final podium position. F1 not really able to close in on Flappy. Flappy with those soft tires much quicker than F1. He is below 10% of fuel, but with this amount of heat it should be fine with a bit of fuel saving. And there goes Q8 past Law. And Law also pulls out of that one, or is he tries to hang on, but with a line that's not really preferable, he loses out on that top 5 finish. Malvo is up next. Can he maybe get Law as well? Who knows? Everybody is looking very low on his fuel. JSR now battling it out with Mickey. JSR going up the inside after the bus stop, and JSR is up into 10th place on the final lap of this race. Penstro and Rocker also very close to each other, but Flappy making it to the finish line, rounding the final corner now. Flappy with little fuel left to go. He will see the checkered flag first, and Flappy wins round number 3. F1 comes home in 2nd place, and then Too Fast just managing to get past Dassler. Too Fast will take 3rd place, even with a little spin. So good job to him and to Dassler as well, keeping it in 4th place. Then we have Q8 comes home in 5th place, and Law manages to get to the line without running out. He takes 6th. Then we have Lorna Marvo takes 7th. Mr. Sean takes 8th. And John Mercer also makes it to the line. He will take 9th place. JSR has a penalty, but so does Mickey. So JSR will be fine with his 10th place. Mickey will take 11th place, then Rocker in 12th and Penthro in 13th. That was the race, everyone. Here's your race winner. Flappy chose the correct strategy, kept it on the road and manages to beat Flappy, to beat F1, sorry. So that was it for this race. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe and comment who you think will be the championship winner. I know it's a bit early, only 3 rounds we have completed so far, but F1 looks to be very much on the pace. But Flappy, as he shows today, he is also not to be forgotten. He is definitely on the pace as well. Maybe Too Fast can do something great as well. We have to see. For in next week, the next race will be around the Deep Forest Raceway with the BMW M3. So that will also be a pleasure to watch. So until then, we'll see you guys with some more Drivers Room Sunday League. And until then, I wish you a good one. Have a good one. Bye bye.